Hello, I'm Dr. Ford. I am chairman of the Department of Philosophy for Navarre College. I'm also full professor of philosophy for the college. I want to talk to you right now about a major assignment that is due for this class. It is the paper which is doing a comparative analysis between Martin Luther King Jr.'s letter from Birmingham jail with Friedrich Nietzsche's Beyond Good and Evil. This is a very major assignment. It's worth 20% of your entire grade. Now, the reason it's 20% is that it's a very important assignment. The state of Texas has mandated that we do this assignment. It's very, very important for your grade and also for the state of Texas. There are some things you need to take very seriously as you write this paper. First of all, I provided a writing template for you to use to write your paper. Now, on this writing template, which you will find, for example, in my class under the ethics link on the assignment page, you will find instructions on what I'm wanting from each of the different paragraphs on the paper. There are 4 paragraphs. One is an introduction to the 2 philosophers, Nietzsche and also Martin Luther King Jr. Also, you may want to talk about their some background, some context. Next, though, and that should be a small paragraph. The next paragraph, though, is going to be analyzing philosophically, logically, Friedrich Nietzsche's Beyond Good and Evil. Now, it needs to describe what is the major theme of the writing, but also how he develops that theme. But I am really looking for an analysis logically of this text. As a result, I am looking for your use of analysis of how he uses or how he abuses logic. For example, is he honoring logical principles or is he committing logical fallacies? I'll look heavily for those. That's going to make a difference between a C and a B, and many times between a B and an A. Your third paragraph will be on Martin Luther King Jr.'s letter from Birmingham jail. Again, describe what is the major theme, but then also how he develops that theme. And then I want you to show me how he's either developing his theme logically or is he committing logical fallacies. I need to see specific examples of logical use of logic or logical fallacies in both these documents. Those should be the largest paragraphs in the entire paper you're submitting. Your 4th paragraph is going to be basically on your claim on which of the 2 men's systems do you prefer. Okay, I want you to select one of the 2, say this is the better system, and then explain why you believe that is the better system. Also, you may want to say this is how the system might be improved. You don't have to say that, but if you do see some ways to improve it, that would be well accepted. All right, now other things about this paper. First of all, don't only use the writing template to get instructions on what I'm wanting in the paragraphs, but use that writing template. For example, at the top it says name of student, leave my name, Dr. Ford, Philosophy 1301 or Philosophy 2036 if you're in another philosophy class. Also the date. Leave the title the same. It's a comparative analysis of these 2 documents. Leave that title the same. Now here is what I'm advising you to do. That you go in and, for example, where it says name of student, take your cursor and highlight name of student and just type over that highlighted area. This way you will keep the font size, the font, the size, all these things the same, line spacing. Do not alter this font. When you go to paragraph number 1, read what the instructions are, highlight it, and then start typing. The result is you will be honoring the margins, the line spacing, and not only just the content. If you change the line spacing, if you change the style, the font, the size, it will affect your grade. You must use this writing template, not only the contents, but also the format. Now, don't do this. The paper is supposed to be 1.5 to 2 pages long. Do not go in there and do not change the line spacing. For example, you may have 1 and a quarter page. Do not go highlight your paper and then increase line spacing to 1.5. I will see that immediately. I've I've graded hundreds of these papers. I can tell immediately when somebody has adjusted the line spacing, the size of font. I can do that. Also, at the very beginning, it says name of student, date, my name, etc. Do not go in there and do not change that line spacing. I will see that immediately. That will immediately drop your grade, a whole grade point. Don't do this. All right? Last thing is this. No plagiarism. Now, you have to submit this assignment through Safe Assign. It cannot be accepted any other way except through Safe Assign. Once it's submitted, Safe Assign will score it and tell me how much of the paper is plagiarized. There's to be no quoting of the documents. You don't have enough time or space for that. This is an analysis. It's not quoting. It will know if you've used anybody else's work. If any paper scores higher than 25%, the grade is going to be drastically affected. For example, we'll take your Safe Assign score and deduct it from 100, and that's the highest possible grade you can get for that assignment. So if you have a 26% Safe Assign score, the best grade you can get is a 74. If 40% is plagiarized, 60% will be your score. 60% plagiarized, the highest you can get is a 40%. Please do not plagiarize. They need to be your words. Changing a word in somebody's sentence is still plagiarism. They need to be your sentences. This is very serious. First of all, we're just deducting that score from 100. It will hurt your grade, but that's all it does. If you do this at Baylor, A&M, UNT, UT, and Austin, they will expel you from the school. Please, we need to learn now. Don't do this. Write it in your own words. Okay? Good luck. Hope you're pulling for you guys.